Well, the presidential race just got a bit uglier. A Donald Trump supporter walked out of his home to see his pro-Trump sign engulfed in flames. Joining us now, creator of the sign, Scott Lobato, and a victim of what he's calling a hate crime, the owner of the property, the house and the sign, Sam Pirazzolo. And I want to start with you, Sam. I mean, the police visited the scene. They won't call it a hate crime, but you insist it was. Why?
Well, absolutely was, Adam. I mean, thank you for having us on the show. If you look at the property here, someone had to climb over the fence that I had on the property. They had to walk 20 feet into the property, and they burned my personal property and they set it on fire. You know, had that been a religious monument, had it had anything to do with someone's sexuality or anything like that, automatically would have been a hate crime. You know, in this country, we've created crimes for specific people or for specific groups of individuals, and we've forgotten about everybody as a whole. You know, we'd rather protect this group or that group, but not everybody.
Sam, I'm curious, can we ask the cameraman maybe to pull out? Because I see the burned remains of the sign behind you, and it's right by the house. Was there damage to the house? I assume you guys were home at the time. Your family possibly injured by this?
So it was not where you see it right now. It was about 10, 12 feet away from the house. So the cameraman is asking if you can pull out a little bit. We put it there because I asked the firemen to take it down at night. I didn't want to have any additional problems.
Gotcha.
But I put it back up just so my friends and neighbors who are driving by could see, you know, how cowards act in the dark of the night.
Scott, you designed the sign. Was it a giant T? Describe to me what it was and, you know, for lack of a better term, your inspiration other than Donald Trump for this sign. And what was the message that we have a picture of it, that you were sending to people with it?
Yeah, actually, I came up with the idea because it was very frightening and pretty disgusting that so many Trump supporters with their shirts or their signs or their hats were being violently attacked. And you could just go online, you see all this video, and I was just appalled by this. Now, I'm an artist, so, you know, this is a work of art I created for that purpose. I created the T-shirt so people can wear it without being ridiculed. Unfortunately, we have to be at that extent. Look, 75 years ago, a great artist by the name of Norman Rockwell created this painting called The Four Freedoms. One of those freedoms was freedom of speech. This is 75 years later, this is my version of freedom of speech.
Sure.
You know, you don't have to like my art. I don't like certain art, you know, but to come on the man's property and almost burn his house down and to destroy my freedom of expression, we're not supposed to be in this.
Sam,
this is not America. This is not where it's supposed to be.
I heard that Donald Trump actually called, was it you today? And if it was you, he called you both. What did he say to you? What did he say to both of you?
He happened to call me, and Scott was with me, so I'm very grateful for that, and we're very honored to speak to the next president of our country. But he called. He said that his campaign had heard about what was going on, and he asked them to get my phone number. He called to see if I was okay, my family was okay. He was, you know, very happy that we were. And Scott and I explained to him that tomorrow at 3 o'clock we're putting up an even bigger T than we have now, and he thought that was really great. And then he spoke to Scott. I'll let Scott tell you.
He actually said we were more famous than him today because he said he was watching it all day. But I did get to tell him that I'm going to make it bigger and it's going to be
huge.
And he did get a chuckle.